Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunda. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Professional Creations. Linda's Professional Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. We do full service, partial, month of coronations. We do home staging decor for offices, prospective buyers. So if you're selling a property and you want to just give this space of how the property look, we do that as well. We cater to all types of events from birthday, anniversaries, anything that pretty much need planning and decor we handle it. As I said, we set up events in and around the Philadelphia area. So we do destination wedding as well outside of the country. We do events and decor. So the way my package work is that you don't necessarily have to do both because not two events is always the same. So if you want a planning aspect, we'll do the planning aspect. We'll do the decor aspect. We'll do the decor aspect. But it's two. One thing that people gotta understand is two different separate entities. Sometimes people automatically feel that when you come up with planning, you automatically get decor. But now that's what I'm going to talk about into the video is the difference in packages to give client a better understanding of what it is. So that way when you are looking for a services you automatically know what it is that you're looking for, and you won't get confused of why the prices is this way and things is this way. So okay, I'm just going to get started. So today I'm going to talk about a little bit both. I'm going to talk to vendors and I'm also going to talk to clients on different aspect of planning your event, especially with wedding every aspect. For example, vendors. If you don't have the, and just for him of course, if you don't have the proper skills, the proper tools to do an event, let the client know. It's simple as that. You don't want to go ahead and tell somebody you can provide level services and then in the end it turn out it's not, because it leave a lot of pressure. And I'm finding out more and more that this happening a lot of, because right now everybody want to be a wedding planner, everybody want to be a decor, everybody want to do a design. Well, I would say everybody want to be a decor design. Everybody can plan decor a wedding because there's a difference. So what happened is that when people start to do these things, they don't have the back work. When a client, you sell the client this package that you were to do the job, and then in the end, it turns out that you can, and then you just quit, and then leave the client hanging. So one thing you got to understand is that this is your reputation. You might feel, oh wait, it doesn't really matter. Now, if you don't care for your business, how your business run, I guess that should stay for the status, because if you did care, you won't be in this current situation that you're in. So it's not always the client. People say, oh, this person is being a advisor, the person is being a bad person, they're just doing that. It's based off that you are not properly trained to provide those services for those person. I believe that anything you are doing, you have to learn information. You don't necessarily have to go to school, but you have to learn the trades and tools to be able to properly execute your job. And I find that most of the time, sometimes we'll have clients come in over where they had prior service before, and in the end, that service can go the way it is, and sometimes it gives other people a little more catching up to do to try to get it the way it is. And it also speaks for clients as well. Before you book a client, make sure that you vent them out. Vent is very important. And this is when you research them, look at the backward. Don't just look at what you see on Instagram, the gram. You don't know what it is. You got to understand, most planners or sometimes decor, they use other people to do certain things. And it may not necessarily be them that doing that event at that time. They might have other people to do stuff, and then you might just look at it and say, oh wow, the work is perfect, the work is great. Some don't, I'm not discrediting them at all. Some people are really good. Some people have their trades and learn everything that they need to do. But you need to make sure that our clients are right fit for you. You don't want a week towards your wedding or a month towards your wedding or however long to your wedding, you realize that person is a horrible planner, a horrible decorator, a horrible photographer, a horrible DJ, and you just realize that everything that they have been selling you has been a completely lie. Now you have to try to work your way around to do things the way it's supposed to do, and that is bad. And also too with clients, most of the time, people, you looking for cheap, you looking for a discount, you looking for little prices, and you end up getting somebody just because you think the price is right, and it's not always the case that they are the perfect person for you, and in the end you realize that you made one of the biggest mistake and you end up spending more money on something that could have been cheaper. So please, no matter what you do, And in regards to clients, no matter what you do, I'm speaking to you now, the brides, the future bride, or whatever event, vend these vendors out. I am not offended in one bit if a client call me to get information and after I give them my code and I realize that the service is not for them. I am okay with that because you know why? If you cannot afford my price, my service is not for you. I don't want to take on a client, lower my sales, lower everything to suit that client needs, and in the end, it's not worth it. I have staff to pay, I have bills to pay. So I'm not going to lower things just because I'm trying to get a sale. I don't feel offended. I don't feel bad. That may not be for me. That may be for somebody else. Yeah, it doesn't mean that that client's a bad person, but that just may not be. It doesn't mean because I don't book that client, so that means I'm never going to book a client. So I am not worried about it. And even the same thing, I know sometimes there are some vendors that call me and I pretend to be a client. We know the trick. We know what everybody do. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody does it. I don't feel bad. I just want to make sure that I have the right client and I make sure that I'm working with the right people because as I said in the last video yesterday, sometimes when you're trying to book things and you're trying to do things, you end up having people that can ruin your event. And this is a memory that you're not going to get back. These are things that you are not going to relive just like that. Even if you do get married again, nobody wants anybody to have a divorce, but even if you get remarried, that moment would never change. You will always have that horrible story. So no matter who you attend, as I stated in prior video, what are the things that you need to do when you're properly booking each vendor? Vend them, meet or at least for them. Make sure you check the prices, compare the prices, and honestly, if they are professional, there's some sales who are, I would say, a little high, but the national average is the national average. Most planner probably maybe around the same thing, or most event plan and decorators around the same thing. And you might be wondering, well, why she's saying the event planner decorator? Because there is two. An event planner, just as the name said, they plan. They plan every aspect of it wedding from start to finish. They make sure that you have the proper vendors. They make sure that your checklist, your budget, your timeline, they make sure that every aspect of the wedding run as smoothly as possible. And there are the design aspect. Some planner do have a trained design aspect. What they mean by design, that means that they know how to pair colors together. They know how setting things that you need to do in course of the layout scheme and how the event's supposed to do. They do know that. Some planners by no means are decorators. Decorators, wedding decor is somebody who can do floral decor. Some planner does know how to do that. And I understand some people combine the two because sometimes we get the concept like, hey, I want you to plan my wedding. Okay, planning aspect is different. Decor aspect is different. It's two different separate packages because the work and the time that go into decor aspect is different. So people sometimes expect to get a lower price for selling because now you got to hire florists. You have to cost for labor for doing all of that. You have to make sure that you have the mechanics. You have to make sure that you have the equipment to do that. That's fine. And then another thing, most people feel like because you're a planner, you're supposed to be in charge of the linens, the tablecloth, the napkin. Some planner does have that. But the caterer company that you book should have all those things away from you. There's some planner, if you put it into your packages, you can help set up the table linen, saying no, maybe the plate charger plates. Sometimes they are just charged extra for that. But when you are booking a service, make sure you completely understand what the level of service that person is providing. Make sure you have everything in ready. Don't just, even if a client said they don't have a contract, write something out, draft it out, and have it for your record. Let them sign it, let you sign it to make sure that everything is the way you need it to be. Because you don't want to meet somebody who you don't have no contract with, you just have word agreement, and then in the end they say, well, this is not what you told me, this is not what you said. If you have contract, it's ready, there's no need for misunderstanding. So that's all I'm going to leave you for today. But my name is Linda Gunner. I am the CEO and founder of Linda Professional Creations. Thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to speaking with you all tomorrow. Bye.